Yeah. Okay. Okay, hold on. I got a picture back. Okay. Okay, hold on. I got a picture back. Okay. Okay, guys, ready? Okay, make sure you put out there that hey, we're actually back online and it's live right now, starting from the beginning. Okay. Okay, here I go. Here I go. All right. Hey guys, guess what? It went away again. There you go. All right. Hey guys, guess what? I am Chef Mick. This is Cooking for the Boys Live. There you go. And I'm listening to myself on the computer because I have my volume too high. Okay, guys, I promise I haven't started cooking. We had some technical difficulties. We're working on it. You can see that the thing is freezing here and there. Let's look at my cooking area right here. All right. First thing we got to do, guys, we got to put the ahi tuna, we're going to put it into a very quick marinade. So let me show you what it looks like. Here's our ahi tuna fillet. Okay? I'm going to cut it open. Yeah, it's going to get a little blood, but that's all right. This is very delicate stuff, guys. This is what the fillet looks like. Look at the nice little thickness to it. We'll put it in here. We've got 3 of them today. I'm cooking for 2 people. I have 3 fillets. That way I have room to screw one up and still get it working. I'm sorry, to mess one up and still get it working. One more. So our marinade today will consist of a little bit of olive oil and some soy sauce and some spices. All right, so here we go. Let's get this out of the way. First, let's throw some olive oil on here. Let's throw a little bit of salt on there. Oh, but not too much salt. Why, guys? Why do we not want to throw too much salt? Because the soy sauce will have salt, and we don't want to do too much. So let's throw some soy sauce in here. Okay. Let's throw a little bit of pepper, salt, pepper, soy sauce, olive oil, and last but not least, let's throw in a little bit of lemon juice. Okay? As you can see, very little because my lemon juice is empty. Oh well. All right, let's make sure all of it gets wet. All sides get all this stuff on them. And now we're going to set this aside. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to set this aside. And let's go work on our, okay, it's going to sit in here. Let's work on our risotto. Okay, now, if you know what rice is, this is just regular long grain rice. I'm going to show it to you. Regular long grain rice. We're not using that today. We're using a rice called arborio. Arborio. It looks a little different, so I'm going to show it to you here. You can, if you can't tell the difference, let me get some long grain. Right there, you can see the difference. The arborio is flat and wide. The long grain is thinner and longer. So we're using the arborio rice. We're going to heat up our skillet right here. Let's put this, we're going to put it to high for right now, even though we're not going to keep it on high for too long. And we're going to put in some olive oil. Just like when we make our Spanish rice, we're going to brown this. But our rice today is going to be made with, what's it going to be made with? It's going to be made with some shallots and, no, it's going to be made with green onion and mushroom. My bad. Mushrooms, which we cut, and green onion. That's what it's going to be made with. So, we don't need to put those in. Those things cook right away. We don't want to do that. Let's put the rice in. This is 1 pound right here. I'm cooking for 2 people. I don't need a full pound. This full pound will double, and it'll be good for 4 to 6 people. I'm going to use about half of it. That'll be good for 2 to 3 people. So, okay, there you go, about half of it. Now, let's push it around a little bit. The deal with making risotto is you don't leave it alone. You don't ignore it. You cannot ignore it. If you ignore it, you're going to burn it, you're going to ruin it. Okay? We do want to brown it, so we're pushing it around and we're going to brown it. We're turning it down a little bit. It's okay to throw a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Now, if you wanted to, you could use a chicken broth. You can use a chicken stock. Where is it? It's in here. Here we go. I use a base, a soup base. This is a vegetable soup base. I add 1.5 teaspoons to the 32 ounces of water, and I have very nice vegetable stock. I could make a soup out of this. I'm going to use it in here. We don't throw all the stock in at once. We don't let it sit in there forever. We throw a little bit at a time and let it absorb slowly. But first, we need to get this nice and brown here. Get this going so it's ready to absorb all those flavors. Now that we have this going, and before we put that in, let's throw in some green onion. The amount is up to you. I love green onion. I love the way it smells. I love the way it tastes. And let's throw in some, these are baby bellas, but let's throw in some mushrooms. If you want more mushrooms, you can have more mushrooms. I think that should be plenty. And let's stir it around a little bit. Oh, already, because of the green onion, it's already smelling great. We have plenty of room in this pan for it. We're making sure that we have plenty of room in the pan. And let's just cook this up and brown it and get these veggies a little softer. And then we only add a little bit. We don't throw the whole thing in there. We're going to keep an eye on this. We do it a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. Let's do the flying camera. Dun, dun, dun. A little bit at a time. We're going to let that soak up. We're going to push it around every once in a while. We're going to let it soak up, and then we're going to do some more. Okay? So let's put the camera back. There we go. Now, while we're working on this, we cannot let it go. We cannot forget about it. We're going to watch it. That's why we're right here. But we're also working on something else. We need to move over and do our asparagus. Let's get the asparagus going. This is asparagus. There you go. This is asparagus. You don't use the whole thing. In fact, let's cut off the bottom, I don't know, inch or so here. You can line it all up, and you can just run right through it. Boom. Get rid of it. I just spilled a bunch of it on the ground, but that does not matter because I'm not using that part anyway. And then we're going to throw it. We already have our water heated up here, salted water. We're going to put it in there for about, I don't know, 30, 45 seconds, maybe a minute if we wanted. So we got a bunch of dead asparagus over here. I don't need that. Let's check on this rice. Let's never, ever forget to check on this rice, guys. It already needs more. So we're going to put some more in. It's soaking it up, guys. Oh, yes. There you go. Drink up, my pretty. Drink up. There you go. Now we can go back and focus on our asparagus. Well, while the asparagus is getting ready, while it's heating through there, we're going to get our other pan. Going to turn on some heat, and we're going to throw some butter in here. All right. Let's throw some butter into this pan. Right there. Does that look like a lot of butter? Good. I want it to be. Now, we're going to cook the asparagus with some shallots. This is a shallot. It looks like garlic. It's bigger than garlic, right? Let me show you the difference. I think I have a garlic clove here, obviously. Garlic, shallot. It's also related to the onion. So when you're cutting the shallot, it will make you cry like onion will. So I have some shallot already cut. I'm going to throw it in here. In fact, I'm going to cut a little bit more. If you guys can hear a cat meowing in the background, it's because my cat must be trapped somewhere. But guess what? It's not the time to take care of him. Where are you, cat? Oh, I think he's in the garage. Oh well. This is live TV, and I don't always have time for it. But the garage door is right there. I'll go take care of him in a second. I'm not going to be mean to him right now. Okay. Oh, it's still absorbing. You can see all this steam coming out. It's absorbing it really nice. We're getting that ready. We're letting the cat in. Where are you, cat? There you are. Okay, I let the cat back in so he's not going to meow and he's not scared in the garage by himself. Sort of makes me a hero. Yes, it does. I'm a hero. And now, okay, the asparagus has been in here a long time already. I think it's been longer than the 45 seconds. You can pull it out like this and throw it in right here. Straight into the butter right here. Okay? This is a lot of asparagus, but I'll be using it for leftovers tomorrow anyway. So I can turn off this back water and get rid of this pan. Okay, so the water back. Now, I've got asparagus. And what else do I have in here? Shallots. And just all I'm going to do is cook them through like this. And let them cook through like this for the rest of the time. Let me get rid of this thing so I can have room. And what do I have going over here, guys? Oh, I cannot see a thing because of all this steam. But eventually it'll clear, my glasses will clear up, I'll be able to see. Look at this, flying camera, asparagus, shallots, in butter, very nice. The risotto, the arborio rice absorbing, you can actually see it absorbing it. You can see how dry it's getting over here. And it's not because of the heat underneath it, it's because that rice is just soaking it up. Oh, that looks beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Green onion, mushroom. Back over here. All right, now. So, oh, this looks great. We have the oven on, but I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I have it on at 3. I have it on to keep stuff warm. I don't have it on for any other reason except to keep stuff warm. So, oven safe dish. Oven safe dish. Look at this. Oh. Now, does that not look great, guys? There you go. And you're saying, okay, well, your asparagus is ready. And your risotto is really working. But we're not done with the asparagus yet, guys. We're not done with this yet. Okay? Look at that asparagus. Isn't that beautiful, guys? It really is. We're going to put it in here. Not that we need to. It doesn't need to cook anymore. It's going in there for one reason, guys. It's going in there for one reason. It's going in there to stay warm while we finish up the rest of this stuff. Let's put some more. And I do need some more of this stock in here before this risotto. It goes too dry on us. Okay. Now, let's make a really quick cream sauce. Look at this. You see the butter? You see the shallots? Very nice. Now, don't blow yourself up, guys. White wine. This is a Chardonnay. It's a white wine. Okay? Little bit of white wine. Put it in there. Cook out a little bit of the alcohol. That's fine. And let's throw some, oh, it smells so good. Let's throw some more butter. Too much butter. Let's throw some more butter and cream this thing up a little bit here. If you wanted to, you would also throw heavy cream or milk in here. Okay, this is just a butter wine sauce. Heavy cream would really help it out a lot. Now look. Now look. You see what we had in there? Now look at the difference of what we had and what we have now. You see that? Isn't that delicious looking? I believe it is. Okay? And you're saying, well, what are we going to do with that? I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with this. we're going to let it cook a little bit more in here. Not because it needs to, but because we've got other work to do, guys. Now, the rice is still working. This is a griddle. Flat griddle. We cook a lot of stuff on here. We've got this one on, and we got the back one on. Okay, let's get it hot. There we go. Let's get it hot. All right. Oh, this is wonderful. Wonderful stuff. I hope all those poor people who were on came back on so that we could, who left when we were having technical difficulty. I hope they came back on to watch and learn, because this is just going to be outrageously good. All right. Outrageously good. Here we go. Now, what's left, guys? Well, the only thing left is that tuna that we had. Okay? So how do you cook the tuna? Well, this isn't canned tuna. It's not already cooked. These are tuna steaks. So we need to make sure this is hot. We got to make sure it's hot, so let's turn up the heat and let's get these hot before we even put it on there. Okay? Remember, we've already got olive oil. We've already got a little bit of soy sauce, salt, and pepper on it. If you want to throw something else on there, if you're just dying to try something else, you know, whatever spice blend you like, whether it's a hot spice blend, a chili spice blend, whatever you feel like putting on it. Sesame, you know, if you want to put some sesame on it and cook it, that's fine, guys. We're going just the way it is right here. Maybe I like salt, so. But we got to make sure this gets hot. We don't want to put it on here when it's not hot. It's all going to stick to it, and then we won't be able to flip it. We're talking about a steak, just like your steaks for meat. You can actually cook this, you know, medium well, or well, depending on how you're going to like it. Okay? That is the beauty of this dish. It's basically a steak, except using tuna. And yes, I have used shark steak in the past. Very nice. I would put the shark steak on the barbecue. Very nice. The boys have loved it. All right, so let's do one more flying camera. Okay? In fact, I'm going to turn this off. Let's go ahead and cancel. I turned off the oven. This is what it looks like right now. One more. There you go. Look at that. You can see it. You can see that green onion. You can see the mushrooms. The risotto is really fluffing up on us here. Okay? We're going to put the camera back, because we're waiting for this right here, waiting for these puppies to heat up really nice. Now, we're not going to use either one of these two for it. We're going to use a spatula to flip it. All right. This is hot. That looks hot. Let's dance a little water on there. Let's see if they're nice and hot. Let's put a little water. You see the dancing water? Okay? Nice and hot. That's what I want right there. Here we go. Take a steak, put it on, take another steak, put it on, take another steak, put it on. Let's cover the top with the rest of this thing here. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Now all we're doing is cooking a steak and rice. Okay? We can't forget about the rice. We want to keep stirring it around, pushing it and stirring it around, and make sure that it's going to come up nice. Now let's check out. How do we check out if the rice is ready? The same way we do anything. The rice is still a little tough. It's a little bit al dente. One more. Look at this. Look how thick that cream is right there. You see how thick that is? Now the rice isn't really absorbing the way it needs to. So we need to put some more liquid in here. Okay? So you stay here, and I'm going to grab the liquid. Here we go. Grab the liquid, we put more liquid in, and let's do this a circle. Now you're wondering, well, how long is that steak going to be there? I mean, that's fish, you know? And yes, like with shrimp, you can get this done in 2 or 3 minutes on each side, depending on how well you want it done for the fish. Okay? So that's going to absorb some more. Look at this. Look at that. We're going to cook it. In fact, I should have the fan on. I'll put it on low. We're going to cook it about 3 or 4 minutes on each side. I want it a little bit more than medium. Okay? My wife is going to see medium and she's going to say, oh, I can't eat a fish that's pink. Oh, okay? But you see how, because it's hot, you see how easy it is to flip over. If it was not hot enough, all of that would have stuck. All of that would have stuck there. And now we're going to turn it down because it's too hot. Okay, now we can turn it down just like you would with a steak. But look at that. Doesn't that look wonderful? Look at that brownness. There you go. Now we turned it down because it is too hot, just like you would with a steak. You're going to get way too much smoke and not enough cooking here. Okay, so that looks good. This looks good. The asparagus looks good. So what do we need to do now, guys? Well, I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to show you how I'm going to plate it. These are rolls I'm going to make. So now, these are already ready-made rolls, and frankly, I bought the best flavored ones, which are the King's Hawaiian. Oh, they're delicious. They are incredible. I don't have the oven on because I don't need it on. I'm going to put the rolls in here and throw them in the oven because it was already on. They'll heat up nicely as I'm finishing everything else off. Ouch. Burn myself. Okay. This is the sauce. We're going to put a little more butter in our sauce. Remember our sauce? We're going to put a little more butter to make it a little creamier because it sat in there and it heated through too much. So let's cream it up a little bit more. Like I said, you can also throw, and I guess I will right now, some milk in it. As you can see, this butter is separating. So let's throw a little bit of milk in there. Ah, there you go. A creamy white wine sauce, guys. Creamy white wine sauce. Ah, it was in the oven and it's hot. Why don't you know that, Rick? Everybody burns themselves at some time, guys. That's what the kitchen's all about. Okay? So, this was hot enough to make this with the shallots in there, milk and butter, and the shallots and the flavor from all that beautiful asparagus that we did. Let's not forget what, guys? Let's not forget our rice. If you turn your back on it, you're going to destroy it. All right. Now, oh, this rice looks fantastic. Oh, yeah. It's almost ready, too. Let's finish off the rest of this in here. Now, let's take this flying camera and show the side of this. Look at this. Look at that. You can see it's cooked this far down and we're cooking it up. We're cooking it up, and on this side also. We only want a little bit of pink right in the center for our taste. You do it your way for your taste. That looks great. This is our white wine cream sauce. That's going to go on top of the asparagus. This is our green onion and mushroom risotto. And this is a beautiful, beautiful dish, guys. All right. I know you're anxious to see what it's going to plate like, and I've got news for you. So am I. All right. So let's get a plate. We're going to get this plate right here. Okay. I need to figure out a little space here. Got a lot of stuff going on here. Let me get my asparagus out. Oh, I don't want to ruin my asparagus. I don't want to leave it in the oven for too long either, because I don't want to ruin it. Okay? We cooked it to a beautiful temperature. It looked really good. We don't want to make it look bad. Asparagus is out. The oven is off, so I'm going to put it back in for a few minutes. The risotto is almost ready. Oh. Now, I'm going to show you something here, guys. I want to compare what the risotto started out like to what it looks like now, so you can see how big it actually fluffed up. Okay, so here's the risotto in my hand. I'll try not to drop any into the bowl. Okay, so there's the risotto in my hand. You can see how small it actually is. And then when you take it over here, you can look and see how big those greens actually are. Okay, so you can see the difference. See how much it actually absorbs. It's absorbing all of that liquid. And that is all that flavor going into it. All the flavor from the mushrooms, from the green onions. Wonderful. Also, now, once again, where is my, here it is, my hot pad. Let's do this. We're going to do this. Put a little bit of sauce on there. Oh, magnifique. You know what I'm saying? Magnifique. Oh, yes. We're going to flip this over one more time. We're going to turn these off because we're done with that. It's cooked. That meat is cooked. Let's put a little bit of this risotto onto our plate. Okay. Oh, let's turn the risotto off. Let's move our beautiful plate. Let's plate a little bit of risotto. Now, if you happen to, and I do, if you happen to have a little bit extra green onion still cut, go ahead and top it off with some fresh green onion on top here. Okay? That'll make it look better. And let's take one of these beautiful steaks. I volunteer this one. And let's put it on our plate. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like. This is our Ahi Tuna steak, our green onion and mushroom risotto, and our shallot and butter asparagus. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I did. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. We work this. I work alone in San Diego. My boys are in Texas. We do the best we can with all of this. Thank you to my boys, Dario, Duran. Thank you guys. I am Chef Mick. This is Cooking for the Boys Live. This has been a great, fantastic Hawaiian-inspired dish. If you know how to cook, you can marry for looks, guys. I promise you can. Next week, we promised an episode. It won't be on. We won't be back on till December 21st. I will be putting up some individual mini episodes. Check them out. Christmas gift ideas. I love you guys. I love my boys. I hope you enjoyed this, and please try it. It is incredible. Please go out, buy it, try it, surprise your loved ones with it. It is incredible. If you know how to cook, you can marry for looks. Revolution Studio Productions. Chef Mick, Cooking for the Boys. Love you all. Bye. I don't know what happened to Duran. Oh, are you? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Awesome.